I wonder if my dad's ever gonna get sick of calling me out his boomer shit on I can't read. I'm stupid. Don't mind me. He shares something like this every year. This year I wrote him a little something back. Pretty proud of that, if I do say so myself. Oh goody. Boomer Facebook post. That's always great. Alright, anyway. 9. I was on the news as a suspected terrorist, racist, homophobe, sensibility offender bent on stirring up trouble during difficult weather. 9:10. I was asked if I had any accomplices. My children were taken by social services. 9:29. Far-left protesters offended by everything marched down the street demanding for me to be arrested. There is no moral to this story. This is what we've become. All because of snowflakes. It's funny. Every time someone unironically uses the term snowflake against somebody, they themselves are throwing a snowflake hissy fit. You went to Facebook and, I don't know, this seems very dramatic and stupid. Let's see what the response was. It snowed last night. 8 p.m. I made a snowman. 8:10. A feminist passed by and admired it. She went home and made her own snow woman in her own yard a few houses down. 8:20. The gay couple next door to her loved the idea of a snow woman and made their own snowmen, a gay snow couple modeled after themselves, wearing their own hats and scarves. 8:22. A transgender person, noticing a trend forming in the neighborhood, made their own snow person with no genitals at all. Because at the end of the day, it was a person made of snow and it doesn't need a gender anyway. That's weird as hell. 8:25. The vegans at the end of the road used the many vegetables they had in the fridge and made a whole snow town in their front yard. Men and women, children and pets. And when they started to melt, they brought their kids to feed the discarded veggies to the animals at the petting zoo the next town over. 8:31. The Middle Eastern gent across the road made his snow family too, dressed in his hat and scarf brought here from his own hometown. His kids' mittens, caps, and one of his wife's spare burqa. 8:45. TV news crews from ITN showed up. I was interviewed for starting a fun snowman trend that was spreading across the whole neighborhood. My neighbors commented on how festive and cheerful the whole street felt with so many snowmen on so many of the lawns. The place had never looked so magical. 9. I was asked if I had any help. My children were interviewed and were so excited by the whole ordeal. 9:10. I was on the evening news for starting the whole thing with my classic snowman with his carrot nose. But 10. When the crotchety old conservative man with nothing better to do crawled out from his cave and saw the snowman that dared not represent him, well, he was so offended he wanted to make sure the whole town knew it. He quickly sat down and opened up Facebook. Typing one finger at a time, he started complaining. The woman made a snow woman, and it doesn't look like me. The trans person made a trans person out of snow, and it doesn't look like me. The gay men made gay snowmen, and that doesn't represent me. He moaned and groaned, and by the time he was done, no one really gave a shit either way. They were happy, and if he didn't like it, he didn't have to participate. There is actually no moral to the story. The world is a much more beautiful place if you just let people do their own thing while you do yours. No one gets hurt when other people are included. Messages from my dad when route from school changed slightly. This isn't normal, is it? Like a walking route or the bus? You appear to be lost. You're not taking the most direct route home. Okay, AI. I was talking with Blank. I was taking a slightly different route and was going to pop into her place quick. I was going to message you the second I got there. It was very presumptuous of you to make that decision without prior discussion. And while you say that you intended to message me on arrival, you had ample opportunity to do so before you left school, or during the usually leisurely 14 minutes it took you to walk down blank. It's enough to make me wonder if you really intended to message me at all. That's a really weird message. Why he talk like that? Yo, why he talk like that, though? Sorry, I got a bit sidetracked chatting to my friend. I should have thought to message you sooner. Indeed, you should have. But your decision to willfully disobey my very clear instructions raises so many wider questions about whether or not you're upholding the sort of standards that we expect from you. In particular, whether you're actually with other people than blank. Exactly who else will be present at blank's house, and what sort of activities had you intended to partake in upon arrival? We'll need to have a very thorough discussion about all of this later this evening. Please, I really don't need all of this right now. I advise you to mind your tone. F***ing what? What the f*** are you gonna do? Sorry, I'm just a little stressed right now. I'll come home immediately. See that you do, and try not to dawdle. Okay, this guy is crazy in probably the funniest way I've seen yet. Legitimately the funniest way I've seen yet. Why the hell is he talking like this? It's so goddamn weird. Look, at least they're complete sentences. They sound normal enough, right? But it's just creepy. He's talking like he's being filtered through a gentlemanly AI chatbot of something. Dawdle? Disney villain-ass dialogue. Exactly. Thank you. 'Tis the season for parental tantrums. Absolutely. I mean, that's all year round. Merry Christmas. I sent money to the bank. Fancy a what? No, that's really nice. It's really nice. You shouldn't have. Sorry, I was fast asleep. I've been making use of my days off by snoozing as long as possible. I'll show you some of the Egyptian food later. Don't bother, okay? Okay, then 50 missed calls. Don't you send an ellipses to me, mofo. I'll scream. Dude, I'm gonna piss. Your narrative is that your mother is an alcoholic, so why am I excluded from conversation? What? Never said you were excluded. Always said I'm happy for you to come down after work. I don't like to answer the phone when you're drinking. I did forgive you. In their culture, I must be there, so why was I excreted? I don't think that's the word you wanted to use. You did not help with my life-changing operation. What? Sorry, but I can't cover anymore. This is why I don't talk to you when you're drunk. Bye. You've been not helpful since my operation or rehabilitation. Cruel. I'm not going to cover up for you anymore. Did you take me for my operation, pre-op, follow-up? You just talked to me anyway. You've just cut me off. Goodbye. You're choosing to cut me off. No, that was your choicer. Bye. I guess that was her choicer. I should have dumped you into care, as Gran and Social Services said, and sorted myself out. Ooh, man, I can't even imagine why you had to delete that message, dude. You've been neglected to me. I've tried to see things from you. I've had to learn how to walk since that operation. Do you know how that'll be? No. I've just managed to put my foot into the knickers without falling out. If you wanted to know about my alcohol history, I had done 4 years of abstinence until you left without notice. You've neglected me. A boned cat killed that bird. Stop being abusive and get sober. Not everything is about you and how sorry you feel about yourself. You act as if the world revolves around you. You could have asked what I was doing for Christmas and joined me, but you didn't. And now you're sat at home feeling sorry for yourself. Grow up. Come round and talk to me about it. No, you're talking right now. You're my mom, not the other way around. Like you keep freaking forgetting. You fixed the mess you made. What you said today is unbelievably rude. Don't expect to treat people like shit and have them run to you. You're my daughter and I made so many sacrifices for you. That's great, but you have zero right to ever hold that against a child. Again, if you hold the sacrifices you made for your child against them and use it like it's some kind of weapon or sword made of guilt for you to slash around with, screw you. I can't help you anymore. Sorry. Amazing. You keep avoiding me. Scared. I will never see you again in this world. That is your choice. Nope, that is your choice. Come down after work if you want. I already told you this. Postcode? I don't know where you work or when you finish, so all is so vuzukugugwe. You know where I live. I finish at 3 to 3:30. I don't know what you're talking about. Right, blank texting is, hope you has a great da. Give me example of people of how I've treated like shit. I will meet you at blank station if that is where you mean. I don't think that's what they said, right? What's up with the cat? I hope you remember this comment when you wake up from being blackout drunk yet again, because I will. You sounded exactly like Dad did when I said I'm not comfortable with the way I'm being treated. I won't be meeting you. I can change my alcohol consumption, but you can't stop being selfish. Well, you've clearly, given the information that you have let slip here and there, clearly you cannot change your alcohol consumption. Or you really just don't want to. You tell me you should have put me in care and then say I'm being selfish? Both my parents now officially admit that they only have conditional love for me when it benefits them. No worries, my door's open if you want to say sorry, but you will not. My door would not be open, baby. Absolutely not. My mom and her opinions on my wedding reception. Oh, good. Context. My mom and I have always had a rough relationship. She and my dad got divorced when I was really young, and she has remained single since. Well, she's got some nasty feelings about my dad, hence the comment about them playing games together. She was emotionally and mentally abusive to me and my brother growing up, and it was so bad that my brother moved to go live with my dad when we were in high school. When I went to college, she never called me and rarely texted. I ended up speaking to my mother-in-law more than her by the time I got engaged. While planning for the wedding, she didn't contribute much. Partially because I didn't want her to, and so I didn't ask. Partially because I chose to host the wedding across the country from her, and partially because she didn't have a lot to contribute anyways. I still don't know what she meant by subsidizing me, since she did not monitoring contribute to the wedding besides purchasing us a wedding gift off of our registry. These kinds of discussions is one of the few ways she would try to contribute. Never mind. I'm sorry. I'm having a lot of trouble reading your title, but I get it. I totally understand. Anyway, you have a DJ, right? We don't! There's not enough space at the reception area for a proper dance floor, and it was an expense that neither of us wanted to prioritize. There's not gonna be music? Oh, there will still be first dances. We'll have like a 6x6 area cleared out for that, and we've hired a fiddler to play the music live, but no DJ. What are people supposed to do at the reception? Eat and leave? She said there's gonna be a fiddler. Have you never heard a fiddler play? You gonna be moving whether you want to or not. You see, music customarily helps people celebrate and eases social anxiety surrounding complex relationships. But okay, your choice. Seems inappropriate that they taunt themselves as a wedding/reception venue, but don't have space for a dance floor. Okay, didn't ask, don't give it. That's all right. That's why we're going to have games afterwards. We're going to have cornhole, giant Jenga, lots of packs of cards, dominoes, chess, checkers, other various card games, Battleship, Hungry Hippos. One of the first dates was at Well Played, or one of our first dates, which was a board game restaurant. We wanted to pay homage to that rather than including dancing, since it's not something that we have ever really done together, or really felt the need to spend much money on. Oh, tout, not taunt. Thank you. I was wondering why you said taunt. If people end up getting bored, I'm okay if they leave early, and I wanted this to be a celebration that represents who we are and what we love. Not everyone will like that, or enjoy the things that we enjoy, and that'll be okay. They will still be fed an amazing dinner with drinks, and will get to see one of the prettiest mountainside locations we have ever been to. So, you think your dad would like to play Jenga or Hungry Hippos with me in silence? Okay. The reception is appreciation of the people that care about you. No, it's not. What? There is no part of my wedding that is about anyone but me and the person I'm getting married to. Motherfucker, don't you ever say that. I know that it's different from person to person. Obviously, that's just me. That is just me. Maybe when you got married, that's how you felt. You wanted to show appreciation for all these people. I get it. But in my wedding, it's going to be one of those times where I get to be a selfish little bitch, okay? It's about me. Look at me, goddammit. Can you tell I'm basically the bride? There's going to be 2 brides at my wedding, guaranteed. I'm going to let that side out for once. The reception is an appreciation of the people that care about you and have made great efforts to attend and contribute to your future together. Okie dokie, don't be upset. I'm trying to understand and help. I won't ask any more questions if that's better for you. Yeah, please stop asking questions. I'm not upset. I understand that this isn't the most traditional of ways to host a reception, but I promise you that lots of thought and consultation has gone into this idea. Plus, it's way too late to change. All DJs under $700 are booked through till November by now, and though we could push tables out of the way after the cake cutting and make more room for the dance floor, well, the result would be awkward and less fun for those who are movement impaired like Grandma. We can play a hand of Go Fish together if that helps you feel more excited about it. Thought and consultation. Okay, I'm shutting up. I'm not in the inner circle. You're right, you knew that. Whatever you and your people have decided will be perfect. Don't make fun of me, it's not funny. I've been subsidizing you all along. Does that mean, like, providing monetary support in some way? Because you don't have enough money or something? I don't know. You play Go Fish, just forget it. You don't need... Calm down. You don't need me. In fact, instead of paying thousands of dollars to fly people to some remote place that you chose, how about I just don't? It's about me. It's not even my wedding. Mom, I was not making fun of you. I was trying to be lighthearted. I don't know what the intent of this conversation was besides to stress us both out, but I don't want to talk wedding anymore. I mean, come on, yeah. What in the hell? It's not fun, and given the fact that it's a month away, nearly nothing about it can change anymore. If you don't want to come, then you don't. I'm not gonna make you. I'm not your mom, don't get me wrong. I'd like to have you there. But if you're this upset about everything, then I don't want you to waste the money. Okay, the intent was to help you if needed. No, the intent was to put the spotlight on you. You wanted to make this about you, and congrats. For at least this brief moment in time, that's exactly what you did. You were being a selfish arse. I won't ask anymore. You want me to just throw away the rest of the stuff you left here? Is it just a waste of time and money for me to pack it up and send it? What? And now you're holding someone's possessions hostage because you made yourself upset? There are some things that I've kept, like your wedding dress and veil, some birthday cards, holiday cards, and my yearbooks, but everything else I've mostly sorted through and donated to Goodwill. If the stuff that's left is just clothes and books, they can also get donated. I don't have much room for extra stuff when I move to Korea, and I don't want to just store things I don't intend to use/look at in Will's grandparents' attic. Sell the dress. There's no reason for you to have keep it. You can get a small storage unit. Pretty sure most people in the service don't throw away all their belongings. I'm sorry, I got emotional. I think my electrolytes are off. You think you're Man, that's like Roseanne saying, oopsie poopsie, took an Ambien. No, stop it. Take responsibility. Make a real apology. I think it wasn't my fault. No, it was. It was. Just admit it, for crying out loud. Just say, you know what? I was being a goddamn asshole. I was being a giant prick, and I had no reason to act the way that I acted. I apologize. An apology is not real if in that apology you immediately give an excuse like that. I'm sorry. Come on, man. Come on. You can do better, Mom.